Hello, everyone. Welcome to my talk, Running a Bug Bounty Program, What Works, What Fails, and What No One Tells You. I'm Trung Nguyen, CEO and founder of CyStack, also the founder of WhiteHub, Vietnam's first and largest bug bounty platform. Today, I'll share real-world insights from over a decade of securing organizations, including some hard-earned lessons from WhiteHub. Let's dive in. First, a bit about me. I founded WhiteHub to bring bug bounties to Vietnam, growing it into the country's leading platform. With 10 plus years as a CISO, I've seen security from every angle: vulnerability disclosure, research, and defense. And why this talk? Bug bounties are powerful tools to harden your security, but they're not easy. Many programs fail due to poor design, operational hiccups, or security missteps. I'm here to unpack the myths, truths, and those hidden challenges no one talks about, straight from my experience. Here's our roadmap. First, we'll cover bug bounty basics, what they are and why they matter. Then, hard lessons learned, myths, truths, and pitfalls of launching a program. Finally, the bug bounty process, how to handle reports effectively. Ready? Let's start. So what's a bug bounty? It's a system where companies pay independent security researchers to find and report vulnerabilities in their systems. Think of it as crowdsourcing your security team. At WhiteHub, we've seen this in action. Researchers globally hunting bugs in websites, apps, APIs. It's proactive. You fix issues before attackers exploit them. But why choose this over traditional methods? Let's break it down. Here's why bug bounties shine. Cost. Traditional pen tests cost $10K, $50K upfront, while bounties pay only for valid findings, $100 to $20K based on severity. At WhiteHub, some clients cut costs by 80% compared to annual audits. Speed and scale. Pen testers take weeks, bounties run 24/7 with global reach. We've found critical vulns in 48 hours versus a 3-month audit cycle. Diverse expertise. Small pen test teams use predictable methods, but thousands of researchers bring fresh eyes, like the time a WhiteHub hunter caught an XSS no pen tester saw. Continuous protection. Audits are snapshots. Bounties adapt to new threats. 60% of our vulns were reported post-launch, missed by initial checks. Risk reduction. Fix before breaches, not after. Clear rules. Avoid chaos from rogue submissions. Transparency. It's a public commitment to security, cutting noise by 30% when we got transparent at WhiteHub. This is why bounties beat the old ways. Now, let's get to the tough stuff. Hard lessons learned. Launching a bug bounty isn't just set it and forget it. It's about program design, vulnerability handling, operational security, and the human factor. I've broken these down because each taught me something critical at WhiteHub. First up, program design. You've got to define a clear scope, what's in and out of bounds, and what testing methods are allowed. Get this wrong, and you're in trouble. Take Netflix in 2020. A researcher found a flaw letting attackers steal accounts over local networks. It was serious, but Netflix rejected it as out of scope. BugCrowd even tried to hush it up, sparking backlash. The lesson? If your scope's unclear, you'll reject valid bugs and anger researchers. Or worse, miss real risks. Next, set fair rewards. Underpay, and you'll get crickets. Overpay, and you'll break the bank. Yahoo learned this the hard way. Early on, they offered t-shirts instead of cash, and researchers bailed. They switched to cash after the community pushed back. As a bug hunter, I've encountered this issue many times. 6 years ago, I discovered an RCE vulnerability on a very large programming education platform. But instead of giving me a bounty, they just sent me a thank you email. I shared my story on Reddit, and as you can see in the slide, many people showed their support and strongly reacted against that platform. This is a clear example that properly rewarding a bounty based on the severity of a vulnerability is extremely important if you don't want the community to turn their back on you. Still on design, attract serious researchers, not spammers. There will be a lot of issues if you don't invite the right experts you need, such as an increase in low-quality reports, spam flooding your system, and a large number of junk orders. The chart here is from an experiment conducted by Yelp over 100 days. They ran both public and private bug bounty programs, and as you can see, the private bug bounty program performed much better. The number of duplicate and low-quality reports dropped significantly. That's why my advice is to start your program in private or semi-private mode instead of going public right away. Moving to vulnerability handling. Triage is key to separate signal from noise. Automate initial filtering, say for basic checks, but keep humans in the loop for nuance. Use clear severity scoring like CVSS or business impact. A 9.1 CVSS score? That's urgent. False positives and duplicates? They're a headache. Define a transparent policy. First reporter wins. Others get a nod but no cash. Clear feedback improves future reports. Here's a White Hub example. A duplicate data expose report. Accepted, but no extra bounty. Our rules are upfront. We just accept the first valid one. Speed matters in handling reports. Slow responses kill trust. Denis Tokarev's story with Apple in 2021. He reported 40 days, waited months, got ignored, and went public when Apple broke promises to credit him. 6 months for one case. Quick replies keep researchers engaged. Delays lose them. Operational security is next. Prevent abuse with responsible disclosure agreements. White Hub forbids public leaks without consent. Watch for extortion disguised as hunting. In 2021, Onus faced a Log4 shell exploit. Attackers demanded $5 after breaching via Cyclos. We traced it, patched it, and learned. Clear rules stop bounty hunts turning into ransom notes. Secure your bug bounty infrastructure too. Harden platforms against attacks. HackerOne learned this in 2022 when an employee stole reports for extra bounties. It wasn't an external hack, but it shows the risk. Don't let vuln data leak internally or out. It's gold to attackers. Finally, don't become the target. Public programs attract malicious actors hunting weak points. Uber's 2016 breach showed this when an unvetted researcher exploited a flaw. Monitor for unauthorized access or phishing. North Korea targeted researchers in 2021 with fake vuln chats. Vigilance keeps you safe. Vigilance. The human factor ties it all together. What motivates researchers? Money, recognition, impact. A fair program with quick responses keeps them hooked. Build trust with transparent communication, no scope creep or surprise rule changes. Community management matters. Engage, guide, and spotlight top contributors. This slide shows our ideal bug bounty process flow, designed to ensure security issues are handled quickly and thoroughly. It all starts when we receive a report from a security researcher. Every report is carefully triaged and verified by our security team to assess the impact and validity. If the report is valid, two things happen in parallel. The development team applies a hotfix to immediately mitigate the risk, while the security team processes the bounty payment to the researcher to recognize their contribution. After the hotfix, the dev team works on fixing the root cause of the issue and thoroughly tests the patch to ensure quality and stability. At the same time, the security team conducts variant analysis to hunt for similar bugs that might exist elsewhere in the system. Once we're confident the issue is fully addressed, we mark it as fixed and publish release notes. This keeps our users informed and reinforces transparency in our security process. That's it, folks. Bug bounties work when you design smart, handle vulns well, secure your ops, and respect your researchers. They fail when you skip these steps. And the surprises? They're in the details. No one tells you until you live it. I'm Trung and Nguyen. Reach me at trung@cystack.net for more. Thank you.